So the municipality were given an autonomy and allowed to work with the private sector. So now you have those two laws. The first law allow competition in electricity. The second law allows a municipality to work with the private sector. If you put them together, you have something interesting happening here. Now, of course, the legal framework is very complicated. To get those things done would take a very complicated procedure that our policy analyst explained, and many municipalities and businesses were interested in pursuing the conversation with him, and he will eventually help them navigate this legal framework. I'm not saying that it is crystal clear that so it's more like a gray area if you are allowed to invest in electricity. But gray area is good because it means that you are not banned from doing that. Now, the law needs more clarification to allow it explicitly, but even within the current framework of the law, some things can be done, right? And that has been a very important revelation.
That at least creates the opportunity for conversations
Yes.
around how things can change, because that understanding of it being a monopoly has been persistent even
Absolutely.
Since 2002.
Absolutely, and it depends also on the municipalities, and that's the advantage of talking with multiple municipalities instead of talking with one central government or one central. Because some municipality would say, "Oh no, gray area is not good enough. We won't touch it unless it is like 100% clear." And other municipalities would say, "Oh yeah, that's good enough for me. I'm gonna do." Tula did it, right? With electricity, other municipalities can do it. So actually, here it will depend on the personality of the president of the municipality. Either he would say, "Oh, it's not my job," or he would say, "Well, you know what? If the law gives me some leeway, then I'm gonna do it by all means." And those are the municipalities who would be interested in encouraging and connecting them to private businesses who would be able to do this work for them. So I think that's the discovery process we are doing through our program.
Oh, and you said there was a third revelation about the sector that you learned.
Yes. So there is a big interest from municipalities in attracting private businesses. They are keen. They are, they would love to have a lot of businesses coming in, right? In electricity, in garbage, etc. The problem is that after years of crisis, after 4 years of crisis, it's hard for businesses to continue because businesses have been damaged. They lost their money at the bank, so they lost their capital, their saving. To invest, it's harder for them, and activity dropped. 60% of the economy disappeared, right? So businesses are way weaker after this crisis. They have less ability to invest and to engage. So although we had a large number of municipalities interested in attracting businesses, the number of businesses who were interested in going and doing work with the municipalities was lower. We had probably 5 or 6 businesses. But 5 or 6 businesses is good. If you can have those people connect them with municipalities, then if you can have 4, 5, 6, even one business can do several projects, then we can create a dynamic. And this was important to highlight the weakness of the private sector today in Lebanon, given the difficulty and the harshness of the crisis. And maybe here also there is some there should be some way to engage maybe expats who have fresh capital outside Lebanon, to encourage them. And I know that there are some initiatives in that direction. Some experts are trying to find legal way to help with solar farms in Lebanon. So in order to fill this gap left by the weakened private businesses, the aid community, USAID, European Union, other also can do that. Well, maybe simply provide some loans for businesses to be able to do those solar farms, those waste management facilities, because currently the banking system is collapsed. So even if businesses are interested, they won't be able to find financing. So you don't need to donate the money. Just if you can give it to them as a loan, it can be an interesting way for everybody to kickstart those projects. And there have been also a third probably element. Agriculture seems to emerge in each one of those town halls there is a growing interest from the business community in exporting some agricultural products in Lebanon, and there is a growing interest from municipalities to connect their farmers to businesses who are able to take those products and eventually export them. So we might also look into connecting businesses with municipalities slash farmer in order to facilitate this relation. There is some interest in this kind of relation. It's a bit beyond what we were discussing, but it emerged at each time, and so maybe there is something to be done there.